touchy. You can't say nothing,
KD, man, you can't say that.
I hate that shit. There we go.
Talking.
Guess what time it is? It's time for the daugnekeith show. It's called DK's Way. Hey, yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, 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 oh. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, please. Hey. Uh, uh, uh. What you got to say? Uh, uh, uh. Hollywood niggas. Welcome to DK's motherfucking way.
Yeah.
Thank you, fellas. Y'all know I do things my way. If this is your first time tuning in and you have some thoughts or questions, go to D_IMPRESS and put it there. Maybe I'll read them, maybe I won't. If they're interested, I might read them. If you say something profound, I might say it on air. But for real though, if you have any thoughts or questions, if you guys want to advertise with me, you know, I do have reasonable prices, especially. I'm not advertising no bullshit, though, okay? I don't want to advertise like nipple rings and no shit like that, okay? I want to advertise something that can help people, like something for the kids, something for your dog, something for whatever, okay? Anything but your nipples. All right, y'all. tonight we talking. Speaking of nipples, we talking about the emasculation of the black man. For real, like, subscribe, and share. Hit notification bells. That way y'all can see when I'm going live. For real. Now, we're talking about the emasculation of the black man because I see an evolution of bitchery in Hollywood. I mean, it starts off at a small pace and then it evolves into full bitch-like shit. And I'm not talking about you gay niggas. Y'all gay. Okay, you're happy to be gay. I'm not talking about trans. I'm talking about the emasculation of the black man. I don't see it with the white ones. I don't see Tom Cruise in dresses. I don't see, Al Pacino or Robert De Niro. None of them niggas wearing lipstick or wigs or none of that. So we got to talk about it. We just got to talk about it. Because one of the Iron Men in Creed is like wearing some special stuff right now. And I want to introduce my guest, y'all. Next to me, to the left, I got Stevie Turner in the house again. You know, he's one of my children blues. We got to keep this nigga on a harness and on a leash, though. He like the nutty professor in this bitch. That nigga might bubble up and say some shit. You got to watch him. And to the left of Stevie Turner, I got Edward Quinn.
Yeah.
Very funny young man, very clever guy. He's clever. Yes, and he's a first timer here on DK's Way.
Oh yeah,
That's
totally.
right. First
Thank you.
time
Thanks for having me.
around. And to the left of Edward Quinn, I got my true and blue DJ Count in this mug.
Yeah.
Okay. He on the ones and twos, y'all hit him up if you and don't be hitting him up talking about I got $100 and I need you to DJ for 5 hours for a wet.
Okay, now wait a minute. I might need that 100 though.
I'm just trying to
that 100 might make something happen. So just call me.
Okay, just call me. All right.
That's
But
when
for
you
real,
pull
come
your
at
nipple.
him right. Come at him right, okay? And to the left of DJ Count, I got my homeboy, Uncle Kev Ringer, Katie Ringer,
Yeah.
Katie Cuts, and this bitch, he got 55 Instagrams. I just be tagging all that shit.
I'm running from the police.
Right. He got like, okay, I got the kids squared on this one. Got the family on this one. I can like hose pictures. I'm not for real. All right, y'all. But this is DK's Way, and we're going to talk about emasculation of the black men. And I invited men that are not emasculated to my show for a reason tonight. I invited fathers. I invited, mind scholars. I don't know what you call this nigga. I invited thoughtful, insightful people to sit on this panel for a reason. So let's get right into this shit tonight. Let's go with this first group of images. Okay, now this is Rihanna. Now, a lot of people had a problem with this album cover. I mean, this magazine cover or whatever the hell. We don't see real magazines no more. So, this cover. She was leading her husband and he's carrying a baby. To me, I see nothing wrong with this picture. I see a woman walking because she's the one that just had the baby. She's reborn. It say Rihanna reborn. It don't say Rihanna and ASAP Rocky reborn. None of that shit. Now, Kev, you're married. Have you and your wife took a picture where she's leading you like that?
Not that I can recall.
Mm-hmm. As a married man, what do you see wrong with this picture?
Personally, I don't see anything wrong. I think perception is reality a lot of times.
Mm-hmm.
And whatever someone see is how they're going to feel no matter what we rebuttal or what nobody else say.
Yeah.
To me, the queen, it's fine to walk behind your queen and watch her shine.
Yeah.
And the dad is holding that baby strong. Like, people nowadays read extra deep into things that shouldn't be read deep into.
Right.
That's a nice picture of a family to me.
And a lot of men felt like, okay, she's leading this nigga, da, 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 da. But he's not dressed like a bitch.
Right.
Let's look at this.
That vest is questionable, but
I mean, well,
it look like
yeah.
an '80s player. He like the '80s, the
but
Gap
it's
band.
still funky. It's still
No, it's
funky.
funky. It's funky.
It's funky.
I
He
think-
could get some pussy for me if I was that age, and I was like, "Oh, this nigga funky." Okay, it depends on his swag. Now, if the nigga sitting there swishing around,
Right.
we gonna have problems. But if he like cool and a real nigga, and he got that vest on, I'ma overlook. Long as his nipples ain't exposed.
Right.
Long as he ain't cleavaging it up, we good. Now, DJ Count, what do you think about this picture? Do you think he's being led, or do you think this is just a happy couple walking along the beach?
Well, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna piggyback off my man KD and look at the I mean, like I said, look what's going on here. He's letting his queen shine. It's her time. Now he don't feel threatened or anything like that. So what he's doing is letting her shine. This is her time. He's got the child. I don't understand why people are not celebrating the fact that he's holding the baby and like he's got the child.
He's happy.
As
Right.
quick as people are saying to say that fathers are absent in a black family, he's clearly
He's
present.
kissing his
He's
child.
present.
So instead of looking at the fact that he's standing behind her, let's go ahead and celebrate the fact that he's holding the baby while his queen bask in the light.
That's
So-
right, Riri.
And,
Bask in that light.
So like I said, he's got the child.
He's
secure.
holding her hand.
He's not bouncing he's not throwing the baby up in the air. No, I'm saying the kiss is showing showing that
Love.
that the love.
He ain't
And
carrying
then
him like
the
a
connection
football.
with the hands is
They
saying I'm
holding
still
hands.
connected to my queen.
Yeah.
And
So
the
if you
way
wanna
they
read-
hold hands, his hand is still on top of hers. His thumb is still on top of hers. See, I'm a body language
Right.
reading bitch.
But let's read the
I'm
whole
paying
thing.
attention to all that. I don't see her grabbing his hand all aggressive,
Like,
like,
come
come
on.
on, nigga.
Yeah.
You know, he got his thumb on the top. To me, that says,
I'm right here. And
I got you.
think about it like this: are we not to have our queen's back? He's behind her to have her back.
That's what I
Okay.
see.
I mean,
Okay.
it just
what
people.
I think.
The world have become so tweaked and desensitized
And judgy.
and judgmental,
Right.
and it started with Twitter.
Now, Edward Quinn,
Yeah.
are you in a relationship right now? See, I gotta ask you before
Go
I
ask him
assume
on
some
live
shit.
TV.
Right.
No, me.
Are you fucking with someone?
Well, I'm in a relationship. I'm in a long distance relationship right now because I've just moved to LA. But
Okay.
I've been with my girl 11 years. You feel me?
Okay.
She's back in the Bay Area. You feel me?
Okay.
But, so
That ain't
but
that far.
That to me,
Yeah,
that's
she
a
only a
picture.
couple hours away.
She downstairs.
Yeah.
So, what do you think?
What do you see?
Oh,
About-
that's just like me. Like I said, I got a stepson. My
Do
girl.
you
That's
feel
just,
like he's being led?
no?
by
That's
his
just a
woman?
picture of somebody with their family. That don't overthink it. Like don't overdo it. That's a picture of somebody with his family. He wearing a little leather like he Eddie Murphy and Raw, or whatever. But that's fine.
Yeah, and his pants ain't all tight and
Yeah.
all
Nope.
around his
That-
ankles and shit like most of
That's
these
a picture
niggas
of
is
somebody
wearing
with
now.
I wouldn't wear that or whatever, but that's just a man with his family. But of course, the world's gonna overthink things because that's what we're trying to do with people. So he just
Okay.
that's his woman.
Two more
and it's about
steps.
Rihanna. It's not about him in the back. It says Rihanna Reborn. So,
Exactly.
Yeah, and you, Stevie Turner, what do you think about that?
Oh shit!
Okay, well, I grew up in Cleveland in the 80s and 90s, and not this new millennium thing. So that's a very important thing, and what gives me the adjudication to my solution.
Oh,
now,
here this
let me tell you this.
motherfucker go.
This is if I'm doing open heart surgery on you, can I play basketball at the same time? Just common sense question. It's not. You don't have to think too much. It'll hurt you.
Is he leading his woman? Is she leading her man, or are they just on the beach enjoying time with their baby?
Now let's just, like I said, if I'm doing surgery, I cannot play basketball. I cannot smoke. I have to do surgery. Now, if she's basking, you can't bask and lead. I mean, come on, look at it. It's common sense. Look what the word "to lead" means. He's being followed. Now, it's okay if it's Rihanna's time. You can't be let her shine and bask, but you can sit the fuck down because it's not your time. You have the baby like a bitch, but that's okay. I love the baby. Some of my best friends have
Nigga,
babies.
sit your ass back.
I
You ain't next image. We just gonna say fuck Steve.
I'm just trying to tell the truth.
Nigga, come. You know what?
But look.
You clearly are single.
That's not the point.
Okay.
The Bible say when Adam knew his wife, she conceived. Now using the proper definition, I'd have married a bunch of bitches.
You know what? Next image. Fucking polygamous. Okay, we're gonna talk about the evolution of bitchery and niggas today.
Yes.
Now let's talk about Andre 3000. Now let's look at this picture. Let me show you. This is Outkast.
Yeah, that's
This
cute.
is when they was the Southern playalistic niggas dancing to the music, whatever they said. Now he had a derby on. Andre 3000 had a derby on. Let's go to the next image. Atlanteans came out. He started wearing the turban. The bitchery was starting to get injected into his blood. I'm not going to say where the bitchery came from.
Badu.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. See, he was still cool. Andre could have got some coochie.
Erykah Badu.
Andre could. See, everybody blames Erica. I blame Hollywood on this shit. Let's go to the last one. Now his shirt is off. Nigga got a turban on his head. I'm just
The
saying.
nipples are exposed.
The nipples is out there. The
Okay.
nigga got his hair permed up. The evolution of bitchery.
Okay.
Let's go back to the picture, first picture. The nigga had a derby on. Niggas that wear derby, KD. Niggas that wear derbies is cool than a motherfucker in the hood, right? They them regular niggas, right?
Nate Dogg.
They dog. They regular. They about that street life or whatever they about. They trying to be something. Look at him here with his Foot Locker shirt on.
It's definitely a Foot Locker shirt or a referee.
And and somebody's getting that eye contact. That eye contact is mean right there.
Erica.
Somebody's getting that eye contact. Look,
Yeah,
he's
that's when
hypnotizing.
Erica probably was starting to get in his
what's
life.
the question? So the question is
The question is, it's not a question. Do you see the evolution of bitchery injected into Andre 3000 by the time Stank On You was out? This nigga was out.
I'm gonna tell you, hell no.
Okay, what do you see?
Because looking at the photos is one thing.
Mm-hmm.
Listening to his bars, watching him grow,
Uh-huh.
he definitely went into a weird zone of to the eye of a hip hop fan. It was different.
Okay,
But
what
this
do you
one
see?
right here,
Uh-huh.
I see goddamn Jimi Hendrix,
Okay.
Prince, and every
Prince.
other motherfucker before him who was dope at what they do.
Mm-hmm.
And whether you questioned it or not, their greatness solidified your assumption.
Thank you. That's
You know
a
what I
great
mean?
answer.
Yes, sir.
That's
That
dope
greatness
as
solidified
fuck.
your
Because a lot of people said that Erica messed him up. To me, I see the evolution of an artist.
Right.
Exactly.
I see where Hollywood start injecting shit into him too later,
I don't
because he
think
got
so.
a little wilder. He started wearing the little furry coats, and we got a little beyond Jimi Hendrix.
He deep
now.
in the South though. That was Fish and Grits that fucked him up. He wasn't Hollywood
Yeah,
until
'cause
after all of this.
Big Boy do got that Jerry curl, and it ain't cool.
But these niggas is southern. They real
Southern.
southern.
That's
Southern
another. That's a
playlist.
Thursday. Big Boy,
If
that's
you
a Thursday.
listen to Stax, he was in tune further than we could. You got to listen to what you may have had your idea. You know how you listen to Keith Sweat when you 15,
Yeah.
and then you listen to
Well,
it
I
at
was
25,
grown, but yeah.
and then you listen to it at 35. It's 3 different songs.
Okay, because your perception of
Your
the song
understanding.
Exactly.
It's
Stax was ahead of his time.
is different. Okay, and Count, DJ Count
I'm
is
agree
in
with
the
him.
building. You the music man.
Like I said, you see the growth because the Love Below album is extremely influenced by Prince and everybody else in between and Hendrix. So
Live music.
what you're seeing is you're seeing an artist. Actually, you see
Try.
how up front he is.
Yeah.
He's actually the picture's actually saying I've outgrown.
Look at the
I've
background.
outgrown
Outgrown
Outkast.
Outkast. So
Look
he
at the
is-
background.
So he is looking like he's bigger than Big Boy.
Mm-hmm.
If you put it, if
He
you
was.
think about it, he is bigger than Big Boy because that Outkast album,
Mm-hmm.
I've listened to half of that side, but the Love Below is a classic.
Yeah, they both classics to me. Both classics.
Okay, but this is
They
my
just
opinion,
on two
right
different
here.
vibes. Cause
Yeah, is it-
I'm only gonna listen to certain songs on Andre's side. I
That's
ain't
the
gonna
whole
lie.
thing. That's the whole thing.
I'm gonna skip past a few of that shit because
Right.
it's a little weird, like Prince.
So now you think
But
think
then-
about you, and then you think about Cap. Do you think about the whole fucking globe? It's gonna be split.
Down the middle.
You know what I mean? The ear is different. We got Hispanics, Asians, and white boys that listen to more Wu-Tang than any of us in this room.
True that.
Word for
True
word.
that.
Gotta
Word
know
for
you're trying
word.
to
Okay.
take the culture.
Okay.
Edward Quinn. Now, you grew up in this here era. Do you feel like Andre start getting feminine, or do you feel like the Hollywood injected a certain thing in him through his acting and stuff, like with Will Smith and the rest of them, like it softened them?
No, like I said, me personally, I felt like he was evolving as a person. So he was just expressing himself, like I said, because like KD said earlier, his lyrics and his bars, he was still on some. He was real talented. So he was just expressing himself like Dennis Rodman was, like on some, he just being weird,
Just doing shit.
which
But
is
see,
cool.
It's been different.
this is why I asked, because he disappeared. Just said, fuck Hollywood after so much, Some of these brothers only get, like, the more weirder he got, the more he start disappearing. Because I don't know if it's because of what's going on in Hollywood, because that's a whole other show, and we
It's
ain't about to do
definitely
that
that.
right now. But, it's questionable. Because let's go, and Steve, do you have something to say about
Yeah,
that?
well, first of all, to piggyback off what they said,
I
first of all,
didn't want to ask you.
Well, no, but this is a fact. What we have to, because I know it looks like there's some haters. It look like I don't know if he's going to stand, look at my booty. But the thing is this. We didn't have homosexuals in the 90s, so take that off the list. There wasn't none of them kind of people. Now he is doing like a
But
Jimi Hendrix.
they have a right to be.
They have a right to go to
homosexual
show up the
if
bank
that's
and
what they
everything,
want
but
to
we
do.
didn't have that in the 90s. That's the point. So he wasn't turned into a homosexual. It's like a Jimi Hendrix kind of thing.
Well, he have kids. I'm not
Some
gonna
of my
say the
best
man a
friends have
homosexual.
kids. Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
that
so
don't
Bruce
mean
Jenner
anything.
have kids too, but that's not the point.
Yeah,
The point is that we didn't have them kind of people in the 90s, and they make the best songs sometimes. I don't
Give
listen
me
to
the
them,
camera.
but that dude is the man. And Andre 3000, let's get it. That's some of the Art of 3000. Tell you, man.
Okay, let's get to the next
Okay.
image, please. Like, share, and subscribe, please, because I had to deal with that. Okay, now let's talk about evolution of another nigga. This is Little Nas X. Yeah.
Oh.
That's Little Nas X. Y'all don't recognize him without his hairdos
Yeah.
and lipstick and sliding down poles to hell and shit.
That ain't nice.
That's Little Nas
That's
X.
the one he
Say
remember he
Nas,
pretended to
Lil
be
Nas
pregnant.
X.
Who was that?
Yeah, that's the Little Nas X. The little.
He,
Let's go to the next image so you can
Yeah.
recognize
Let's
it.
see the real
I don't know no new rapper.
There you go.
He's,
That's Little Nas X.
I'm gonna
as he
take my
evolved into
horse
some
on the Old
bullshit.
Town Road. That's that
You don't know
boy.
who Lil Nas X is?
Old Town
I
Road.
listen to rappers in the 2000s. I listen from my
He's a
generation,
rapper.
the 99
Yeah,
and
I
down.
don't know. Is that the boy that
He's a
sang?
homosexual, right?
Horses in the
God.
He's
back.
openly gay.
Horses in the
homosexual.
back.
But
So
the
what's the
evolution of Little Nas X, see, when he came out, you don't get signed like that. You get signed looking like,
other picture,
go
right.
back to the other picture. This is how he got signed to his label, looking like this.
Okay, yeah.
Okay?
He
We
tricked
know
their
he a
ass.
devil worshiper. He's open about it. So we going to ignore all of that with his shoes and all of that. That's his choice. He suck dick. Do whatever. Whatever you do, Lil Nas, that's your business. So let's go to that last image. Let's show how this dude really get down. No, the last one. That's Little Nas X
That's a
now.
whole different bastard.
That's our evolution of bitchery into Lil Nas X. Because he came out like a Beastie Boy and ended up like a...
But he was like this the first time. He just had to play the role.
Yeah,
See,
this
and
has
that's
been
what
him.
I'm talking about. The emasculation of the black man.
Nah.
If you want to come out one way, why are you going to change your image to conform to Hollywood?
You
Played the
have
game.
to.
He didn't
Yeah,
have to.
He had to. He was already that.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody evolved that goddamn fast.
Yeah, no,
You
that was
been
him.
gay.
Right.
Yeah, he been
Y'all
gay.
like
That
that?
Like,
has nothing to do with Hollywood. The
yeah,
bitchery
that
is
don't
in
got
him.
nothing to do with Hollywood.
Okay.
That's his own
So
bitchery.
he could
He
wait
was
to
sweet
put
as
the
bear
pink
meat
up.
when he was 7.
Right. He won.
been
won.
sweet,
He
yeah.
won. He conquered Hollywood.
Yeah, he
tricked him.
is Holly.
I used to.
He's Jollywood.
Right.
He's
You know
sweet
what?
as pie.
He had a plan. Remember,
He
that's a
looked
man
like
with a plan.
he looked like
Jollywood. I'm a sock him.
Yeah, that's
yeah. Nobody jumped that goddamn
Yeah,
far.
that's a jump though.
It's a
That is
professional
look at
long
that.
jump.
Look at that jump.
You can tell the way he's holding the mic. Bring the picture up. See that? You can
You
tell.
know
he
That's
was on his
terrible.
way. He was on his way.
He's already there.
He was
deep
letting
throating the
you-
mic.
He was letting you know what's on the horizon right there.
He about to
He
deep
was
throat the
letting them know
microphone.
I'll do anything.
He got
to
on
make-
Barbie pink. That
That's
ain't
how
even.
he was holding that mic.
That's
That dude
not
right
even.
there, yeah.
That's not even mauve.
That's not fuchsia. That's not fuchsia.
That shit
That's
is
Rasputia.
Barbie
That
and
shit got a
Ken
name for
pink.
itself. That's
Yeah, that dude right there.
raspberry.
What you Steve?
Yeah, that shit the same color as this cup on this table.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
wow.
that's terrible.
Wait a minute.
The
Same
megapixels.
color as your
My
cup.
goodness, man. This dude ride bicycle with the seat popped off. I mean, I knew
Yeah,
there was something wrong.
yeah,
I was at
yeah.
the video shoot.
Yeah, he kissed
There's
dudes.
something wrong with your
Boy,
cup.
kids do.
No, ain't nothing wrong. Let's hide this.
But
one.
That's how it
Oh
starts.
no, nigga, everybody seen it now.
But let me say this. Honestly, I'm not the only one in the industry, but as far as this record wise and music wise, very proud of this guy because even though I'm not saying even though, but he has a lifestyle that's incredible, but he makes good music. And the people love him, and I'm
The
telling
people do love
you put that. Well, I'm telling you right now, when you put
After
that,
I seen the video, this nigga stripping to hell and killing the devil and all of that. I
he
was
killed the
good
devil.
on it.
How about that?
Yeah, but
He did.
but
What's
then
the
he put
problem?
the horns on. I'm good on that.
he-
But you know
What's
what,
the
man?
problem?
Say it like this, and this is something that needs to be said also. And getting conditionally giving him his congratulations. I want to thank Bruce Jenner because I had the Wheaties boxes when he was on there running. He was jumping.
I knew it was coming.
He was the man. Well,
Hey, I used
shouldn't
to
have
have
said
the
that.
Wheatie boxes too. Bruce Jenner was a triathlete, and now
He was a
Caitlyn.
biathlete.
He can't. You know what?
Can I say something real quick before we skip?
He
Count
yeah.
brought up a good point about that video.
Please
I remember
say so.
seeing it. That video was Hollywood induced, I believe.
Totally.
You know, because he crossed over and came out, or however people want to word it,
He
and
came
accept
out
it.
and came out as a
Hollywood
devil
will grab
worshiper.
you and force you, make you, or threaten you, or you can't move without him. That video was definitely a Hollywood act. This is what you're going to put out here, or you know
Yeah.
what I mean. Remember, off the subject, but kind of on the same
Yeah.
fuckery when President Obama was not with the gay marriages.
And they
And then all
forced
of a
him
sudden,
to make it a
so and everybody
thing.
jumped on his head. Well, you ain't got two daughters at home.
I know you gonna
and
say
you're not
that
in them
Trump lover.
boardrooms. You don't know what that threat
The
came.
Trump lover got something
no,
different.
No,
to
I'm
say.
just saying. When somebody closed them doors, yeah. So how about old Sasha and Malia?
Oh, they
You
some
know what I
wild
mean?
ones. They
We
some
don't know
wild
what the
ones.
hell. Kennedy
they always on
Kennedy
videos.
Noodle got popped off on live prime time, and he was a white boy. So
Yeah, they on
follow
videos.
protocol or fall. You know what I mean?
They getting it in.
This is BS. Because you know why? The first role they offered me, and I was supposed to star in this movie, is a movie called Brokeback Mountain. When I went to go sign the contract, they closed the door. They asked me, "Are you SAG?" I said, "Hell no," so I got a girlfriend. So no, ain't nobody forcing nobody to do nothing. People do what they want to do. Don't take that, man. It's big excuses. And now, when they was going to give me a few hundred racks to be in Brokeback Mountain, now they get me homosexual roles
Francisco.
for $50 a week or copying credit. Come on, man. Ain't nobody forcing nobody to do nothing. They're sucking dick for pleasure. Excuse me, I'm saved.
Yeah, you don't gotta sign it.
I ain't even
you
excited.
don't.
Ain't nobody making
Like I
nobody do
said,
that.
ain't nobody, you can't
Okay,
force nobody to do
Steve
nothing.
just said a
I'm
mouthful.
still broke because of that.
I turned
Literally.
it down, man.
Yeah, I
Forget
can't
it,
do
He
man.
said he just said
ain't
what
gonna
he
be able
ain't
to do
gonna
it.
have a mouthful of.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's what he just said.
Right.
Now-
Okay, so yeah, I'm saved too. That's why I got to save myself from your ass and take a quick break. And we'll be right back with some more on DK's way. Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Look, I'm black guy. Hello, how may I help you? Hey, Habibi, look, my hang low ain't working like it's supposed to. You got any of them sex pills? May I randomly suggest one of these generic products? Nah.
You should take the A game, little bro.
Bling bling for the ding ding?
You shouldn't be taking that poison, little bro. Here, Try one of mine.
Yes, right. A game will make a girl give you her credit card number. It is very true.
Plus, it's an all-natural solution for men. Not like these gas station pills gonna make your manhood shrivel up and fall off.
Oh, by golly, he's right. A game is an all-natural solution for men. And you take it, and it give you energy, and libido, and your vitality will be out the roof.
I feel it kicking in already. I'm gonna go home and show my girl.
Okay, but don't forget to drink 16 to 32 ounces of water.
Hey, baby.
Ooh, look who brought their A game.
And the A is for apocalypse. Cause I'm about to blow your back up.
Ooh, I love it when you bring your A game.
If you too would like more vitality, and you want to hit your girl with the woo, go to the A Game website and make your purchase today.
We interrupt this program to bring you a special report.
In recognition of great African American achievers, this Black History Month, let's bring our A game.
We go live to out-of-work actress Ancha Mima. So, you're out of work. Can you tell us what happened, Ancha?
I lost my modeling contract that I had for over 127 years. Now a bitch ain't got nothing because of you old cancel everything ass niggas.
Well, don't you think you depict a negative image?
Damn, I got bills to pay. A bitch got diabetes. And I had to fuck the cream of wheat man just to pay my damn rent. Now that I ain't got no job, my OnlyFans is now open. So let me pop your tart.
Hey, welcome back to DK's Way. The commercial you just saw was for A Game. A Game is a male vitamin for you fellas. It's not for women at all. So ladies, don't try to take it, okay? Because it is over 25 herbs for men. These are just for men. It is good for your body if you're on a weight loss journey. Maybe you might need a little extra pick-me-up. If you laying with your girl, you might need an extra little pick-me-up. I'm just saying, some of y'all out there smushy people. So, get your A game together. If you lift weights, you might feel weak. You know, you need a little pick-me-up. You need some pick-me-up. Get your A game together. Put in my name, DAUGNE, and the number 10 behind it, and you'll get a discount. Get your shit together. A game. So, let's get back into this topic, talking about alpha males. And these betas out here, we talking about the emasculation of the black man, because it's going down in a lot of ways. It's just, I'm seeing a pattern in who's wearing the dress, because some of these think it's funny and genuine, like the next brothers I'm about to show. Now, y'all remember this?
Yeah, I remember that.
Two snaps up with a twist. Now that took some guts to do at the time they did it in the 1980s, in the late 80s and early 90s, when people wasn't feeling the transgender thing naturally. But we all know somebody like that. Everybody got a cousin Twan or know somebody across the street. You know, that's how David Allen Greer reminded me of a Twan.
That was his name.
That was his name on there, Twan.
Well,
See
no,
what
name
I'm
was
saying?
Twan,
See what I'm
yeah.
saying? So you got Twan and you got, let's see the picture. They was two snaps. They had everybody saying that shit. Two snaps up and a twist and a circle and a click clack and all the shit. They put a new one together every week. They couldn't say it without laughing. If you recall, they never made it through the sketch without laughing, especially Damon Wayans. So that meant that shit wasn't genuine from the heart. Like some niggas like being bitches, you know, like the Wayans brothers. They write the shit. Like the next image. Let's go to the next image. See what I'm saying? They write the shit. Now, fellas, what you got to say about that, Count?
I mean, it's.
Is it a character,
it's a
or did they?
You know, okay. What it is actually the Wayans. They're just infamous for the play on homosexuality.
Okay.
Marlon, and you know, they and even in the Wayans brothers, they do a little skits where it's kind of like, you know, but this is pure acting genius. Characters. There's nothing funny style. Because there was nothing sexual about this right
They
here.
emasculate themselves for these roles.
But what they actually did was they showed white people and showed themselves.
Yeah, they was making fun of white girls.
White girls, how they perceived them. They didn't become white girls. They made it clear.
They had to hide.
Because they came out of the character. They went back and forth, but no one was locked into the whole thing, the whole show. The whole movie.
Yeah,
they went back and forth,
exactly.
just to let you know, hey, we are.
They got a lot of heat for that, but I thought it was brilliant characters.
It's incredible.
But see, that's why I said that in Hollywood there's a fine line. There's emasculation of the black man, where they're showing black men getting punished, getting, you know, like the roles they're taking and things like that. And then there's comedians that take it to another level. What you got to say, Edward Quinn? I can see it in your face. He's bubbling.
No, I like this, to me, this is entertainment. But the one I didn't like was, I don't know if you remember the movie Pulp Fiction with Ving Rhames, where he decided he's gonna go into a
emasculation,
and
he got raped.
Ving Rhames is 365 pounds solid muscle. Bruce Willis, a little 165 white dude. He's wound up being the hero and didn't get. I mean, now to me that was some weird shit.
Yeah, that was an emasculation moment. Because how come he had to get
it? Like, you want to go up inside us.
They wrote this shit. They did this to themselves.
Yes.
Yeah, that was entertainment. They wrote that.
Quentin Tarantino, a white man who loves black people,
And he'll call you a
wrote
nigga.
that.
And there was a lot of
But yet,
do he love black people, or do he love what black people can do for his pockets?
Let's talk about it.
Let's go, Django.
What you got to say? Because you bubbling
think about
too.
this. If
Did
somebody,
you call him Django?
If somebody loves
saying.
black people, you don't disrespect the people you love. So I know this is seen. People may see they only did it to themselves. They didn't do it themselves because they did it for themselves. They would only show it to themselves. They showed it to black people.
I said they did it to themselves.
No matter who they did it to black people. That's how it goes factually. They did because they didn't show this to themselves. They showed this to the world.
Did
and
Martin
the world
do
sees
it to himself?
They showed this to the world.
And the world see two
The world
black-
see two black men looking like white bitches. Now that's what they did to the world. I'm a real black man, so fuck all that. And I'm gonna tell you another thing. If somebody says just acting, now think about this. Somebody says it's acting. If I pay you $1 million to act like you having sex with your mother, don't really do it. Just put your head down in her coochie, and we're gonna have a stunt double there. You know why? People say I wouldn't do it. You know why? Because it's too real. Then that's too real, guys. That's some faggotry. I mean, that's some nice stuff that we're gonna do. I said that's
Disclaimer,
some flamery.
please,
Some
'cause
flamery.
he said
That's some
it.
flamery. That's what I meant. Flamery.
You couldn't wait. Did
No,
you
that's some
almost
flamery.
slip on my show?
It's gonna always have backlash. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Some people
always.
gonna feel how they feel. I don't really
the
know.
opinions on this show
Yeah.
are those of the individuals,
Exactly.
not
They put the disclaimer up.
us
There
in
you
the
go.
studio. Okay, so go ahead, Katie. What you were saying?
I mean, that movie, it was entertaining. Would I do it? No, I couldn't take that role. But I'm not a Wayne. Like you say, they've been known to do that. They good at what they do. If we just watch stuff for what it is and not read too deep in it, we wouldn't even have these conversations.
But they're not the only
Everybody's so
ones.
judgmental. No, they
Yeah.
not. Hell no, they far from
Let's
the
go
only one.
to the next
Martin
one.
played his own damn mama. And
Uh-huh.
Shanae. People loved him.
And we gonna go right there. Look
know
at
what I
Jamie
mean? Jamie
Foxx.
Foxx was Wanda.
This shit was hilarious.
It's funny
We
as
all
shit.
laughed at Wanda, and he did this to himself. This is a character he
I
brought
got
to the
you.
table.
Funny as
Nobody
hell.
else could have did Wanda. Nobody else could have been that ugly.
We need to stop being so judgmental.
Right. What about Flip Wilson?
Flip Wilson.
Oh, he's here
it's been
too.
going on.
Okay.
Let me progress.
Okay,
Let's
I'm
go
sorry.
to
Go
the
ahead.
next
Okay.
one. Let's go to the next one. So we're gonna talk about the Wayans brothers, and that's them. They don't. And see, this is why I don't believe they're emasculated, because these brothers are dressed like men.
Right.
They are not dressed
They
in
don't play
tight
that
ass
shit.
suits with
They
no
just
chest
smart enough
out.
to play
They
Hollywood's
ain't got
game.
their nipples showing.
Nope.
They
Well,
not,
Sean did on that show a couple times. Him and Jamie Foxx had the bullshit ass screen shirts on. I ain't gonna let them niggas slide.
Let's go to the
Sean
next
might be
one.
the softest one out the group.
I think so.
And Sean is actually the most family man out the bunch from what I've seen. So let's go to the next one.
Probably is. That don't mean he ain't been tampered with.
Oh, yes. And you spoke on
seen
Martin.
it.
Now, this was character.
Right.
Totally character, because it was about hiding within.
Right.
But he was after a woman during that time within this woman's suit.
The same with the Wayans.
Yes.
White chicks. He was
He
Yeah,
was
they
after
had
a woman.
girlfriends.
Exactly. They had wives.
So there's no emasculation there, because they're hiding within a woman
Right.
to get to a woman.
Right.
And of course, that's and what you got to say, nigga?
Oh, it's nice. I mean, some of my best friends are women, so I think it's good.
Oh, that was a good answer.
I like that.
Nice and safe. Nice and safe.
Let's leave
Nick can
let's
breathe
not
now.
poke the bear. Like, let's not poke the
You
bear.
put that disclaimer on him now. He don't want to say nothing. He like,
Okay, now what do you say about this?
Okay, so Big Mama 2. I think it was character for Brandon T. Davis as well as Martin. Jackson, yeah. Huh? Yeah, he did.
Really?
He
I didn't
stepped
know that.
away from Hollywood after
Because
this.
he's about the Israelites, right? He's one of the.
He's an Israelite now.
Now that his father a preacher, we don't do this kind of stuff in Detroit, so that's why he really.
Because he from Detroit.
He from the D.
But Brandon is a cool dude. I
he
know
real,
Brandon.
he real
cool.
solid.
Real down to earth.
He real down to earth.
But when he stepped away from Hollywood, it raised
He also
eyebrows
got
because
kids.
it was right after he had to put on this dress that he stepped away. They say it's the dress, but I believe that was just a well-written script, like Tootsie or Miss Doubtfire, where the man hides within. Because like I said at first, you don't see Robert De Niro wearing no damn dress. You don't see Al Pacino in a dress.
But
I ain't seen
everybody not gonna
Denzel
wear a
in a
dress.
dress. Denzel ain't wore no dress.
Everybody not gonna do it. It's a certain standard that some men have.
You have a
I
choice.
would I would never
Big
do it for
range.
money. I got 4 sons in my house.
Yes.
How am I gonna explain that if they have a sparked interest
And
in
you
something?
have a beautiful family.
Thank you. But it's just for me personally, I wouldn't do it. It's no knock to anybody else. That man walk different. That man confidence is different. His
Right.
understanding is different. I'll look and laugh and enjoy the movie. I'm not doing that role. Kiss my ass. So that's
Like
just
Bing
me.
Rames,
I ain't doing it.
for
I'm
real
not
though.
interested in putting
That's
on no
like
dress.
Bing Rames, Holiday Heart, after Pulp Fiction. So you had to bend over in Pulp
More than
Fiction,
one.
Right.
and then you Holiday Heart.
Raymond. Oh, he was.
Give me the whole script before I go sign.
So
and
when
shit.
I see
Don't trick me
Baby
in-
Boy,
trick me in the fourth quarter.
I'm like, you ain't nobody.
Exactly.
When I see Baby Boy, I'm like,
And that's the thing. I think, like I said, they giving these dudes, like I said, they giving you the whole script. Like you go, like, okay, you go in the pawn shop, get raped, and he accepted that. Like, wait,
Right.
it's like you have a choice. You don't have to. They're not putting a gun in your head. It's like you gonna do it.
He
or
want
you're
to
not
be a
gonna do
part
it.
of Quentin Tarantino's classic.
that
At
bad.
what cost?
I would not play
At
that
what
role.
cost?
That's you do stand there. Your scene, this is a classic.
Yeah, I'm cool.
Do you have a number that would make you take that part?
Man, they was gonna give me two. That's what I just stopped being homeless when they gave me Brokeback Mountain. I just stopped being homeless. I went to go sign. I went to ask him to sign the contract, and I looked. I
It
said,
was
"Whoa!"
like you was the wrong color.
I mean,
for that role.
I was the right color. That was my role. And I told him, I said, man, my father, we can't. He said, when your father's not here, I said, nah, man, I can't do this, man.
That's
and
the
I
thing.
never forget, that dude asked me, are you SAG?
there.
I said, no, sir, I have a girlfriend.
What role was you up for?
I thought they got, what's the name for that? I had
The pitcher or the catcher?
I had
He
that
was gonna
script
be
for-
the one laying in front like
Look,
this.
I had the script for the whole thing. I had it for years. I'm telling you, that's back, man.
What about Scary Movie when you saw Kevin Hart and Anthony Anderson do a parody on Brokeback Mountain, and Kevin Hart spooned with that nigga in that
I didn't
role.
see it. I watched TV shows from the 50s and 60s, Gunsmoke, Wagon Train. Nobody do that kind of stuff in them days.
Bonanza.
Yeah, Bonanza. That
Real
come on
Bonanza.
that
Wanna
yeah,
watch
Bonanza.
Hoss and
The
Lil
Rifleman.
John.
Wagon Train. I love that stuff. 18. Nobody do that kind
Okay,
of stuff
let's
back
go
then.
to the next thing.
So you
Let's go
homophobic?
to the next.
No, I'm not scared of him.
He's scared to watch it.
Okay, now we're not gonna bring up none of this man's history. He's one of the greatest comedians, and I love him to death.
Top 4.
Stephen Turner. So let's talk about it. Eddie Murphy is the king of characters that are female and male. Now, I think Eddie is just a genius, and some of his characters are just beyond genius, regardless of his personal life.
Yes. And I agree with you. I think Eddie Murphy is a genius. That's why I believed him what happened on Santa Monica. Because
Okay,
he was
we
just
not
giving somebody
bringing
a ride.
that up.
No, I'm not talking about that.
That's
I'm talking
his
about
business.
No, I'm not talking about that. He gave my friend a ride, and that's what I'm talking about.
So your friend, so they gave your friend a ride?
Yeah,
the
right.
the trans.
I didn't
No, his friend. No.
I'm talking about Ralph.
So you say
No,
No, Ralph is my friend. Ralph was on there and get off from Target working. I didn't know nothing about it.
One at a time, fellas. Okay, we're not gonna even let this fool elaborate on
talk
this
about your friend
because you're
later.
not about to diss Eddie Murphy. He got the paint I want in his house. He got that Sugar Shack by Ernie Barnes. I know you got it. You didn't let them use
got
it at
the
the African
original
American
one.
Museum. Kanye let them use his and just sold his. So I keep track of certain paintings because one day I want to have the Sugar Shack on my wall. As a painter, that is like when I saw it, tears rolled down my face, literally.
classic.
And I saw the second one. I didn't even see the one. Eddie has the original.
Eddie got the original.
Yeah,
He
nigga,
said
I
he
know
paid
your
50,000
business.
for it. I think he said he paid 50 bands for that, and now it's worth like 2.1.
Yeah, Eddie Murphy's
Wow.
great. He's great.
Eddie make this is when someone asked what made you start wanting to do comedy. It was Eddie Delirious. I watched it in 1987.
I love Delirious.
I was 10 and my mama let me watch it, and everything he talked about how he set up the family jokes.
You goony goo goo.
I didn't have an auntie with a mustache, but I got an auntie that would emasculate your ass. Like
Right.
she play spades, slap the shit out you, and fry a bucket of chicken at the same time. You know what I'm saying?
We all
My
got
uncle
that.
didn't
I
even
am
fuck with
that
my auntie.
auntie
He be like, "Hey
now."
man, y'all heard what she said, man? Go on in the other room, man." He didn't even want no smoke. She was just that auntie that run shit. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, Eddie, when he
was
started
dope.
talking about them,
He was.
I was like, "This is the funniest shit I ever seen." I was
Yeah.
10,
Yep.
and my mama let me watch it.
That's
She
right.
knew something in me because I kept getting
Do
in
you
trouble.
remember the album cover though?
What? I got it,
With the flower
I got a record.
in his hair.
and I got that nigger's crazy album.
Oh, I have all
I
of those
got all
too.
the albums.
But
I
let's
got Red
talk
Fox.
about that. Let's talk about
That
Eddie's
flower?
album and that flower behind his ear.
Safe.
Was it a choice?
I don't believe it was. I believe that they were like, here, put this behind your ear in the
Safe.
picture to be funny, Eddie. And he didn't really get the gist of what they had a nigga doing, you know.
Maybe.
But at the same
Because
time,
he was like 19.
Yeah,
20.
he was on. He was his career went like Kevin Hart.
Right.
Not many brothers get that.
Right.
You know, where you just take off at a young age.
It was from SNL. He did Hot Tub. He did James Brown Hot Tub.
Oh,
the
he did
funniest
SNL
shit
first
ever.
at 19.
Right.
And then he did Delirious. And then it was either
Raw.
Trading Places. No, it was a movie in
Oh,
between Delirious
Trading
and Raw.
Places came out before Delirious.
48 hours.
Right. Yeah, Delirious.
48 hours.
48 hours came out first.
That's
Yeah,
right, it's
48 hours.
That's the
And
one.
then
Trading Places came out first. I think.
Trading Places was first.
And then 48 hours.
Okay, so what are we doing here with Eddie? What do you think?
Let's just talk about the evolution of Eddie.
It's just the
how-
makeup for me.
You know, I think Eddie is just a character.
Right.
I don't believe that he was emasculated because when you see him in public, he's normal.
He's a
but
man.
then you look at back then in the 80s when he wore the tight leather suit with
Who
no
didn't?
shirt.
But that was the style back then.
Who didn't?
No.
Yeah.
Yes, it was.
Wasn't wearing no.
Shit, all them jeans was tight.
Oh yeah, that
all
was the
them
style
niggas.
back then.
John Travolta,
That was the style.
Lee jeans. All
Right.
them
Yeah,
jeans was
they
tight.
fit.
Jordan jeans,
They fit.
Right.
Yeah, they wasn't tight. They fit.
That was the first
was
skinny
shit.
jeans.
But the tight leather suit was Showtime.
Right.
That's Showtime.
That's what that was.
That
the
shit
style.
hard.
You're
I
not
want a
wearing
leather
that-
suit right now when I do
I
my
got
special.
one.
You're not wearing. You're
I
not
got
wearing.
one.
You're not
I
wearing
want
that
one.
suit to Home Depot. You're not wearing that.
Right.
That's Showtime.
No, that's
I got
Showtime.
Okay, let's go to the next image. Okay, Eddie.
Funniest bitch
Amazing.
ever.
But that's
This was hilarious.
That's in this
Funny
video.
as fuck.
But they say that's his worst
Rasputin.
movie.
What?
That's what the critics say. That's
critics
the worst
ain't
movie ever.
shit.
I know.
Let's go to the next image. There's Eddie as Rasputin.
Show you how bitch go down the slide.
Then there's Eddie in his most brilliant, the clumps.
Yeah, this-
All
That
of it was
brilliant.
brilliant.
This was great.
He took a Jerry Lewis movie and turned it into that.
Right. Exactly.
Right.
But he played all these different female characters, and they gave him static about
Right,
that
exactly.
at the time. But nobody else could have did that. No
Right,
actor you
that's-
could have hired could have did those parts. So I don't believe that was an
We
emasculation
take
of Eddie.
geniuses credit away
Right.
with opinions.
Right.
If you just give them their genius and leave them the fuck alone at that, because when he die, they gonna go back and
Oh, this is
honor
gonna be-
all
yeah,
this
oh
shit.
my God.
Yeah, because Eddie Murphy, like, he always been doing, like, even with Coming to America, he was doing the characters,
Right.
like, him and Arsenio Hall did that whole movie. They played everybody
They
in that
murdered
movie. Coming
that
to America.
shit.
They killed it. So this
Now
that's what he do. He's a
Arsenio is
character.
questionable, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to backstroke on Arsenio.
You know who Arsenio remind me of? I can never remember his name, but I love his career has been exceptional.
Huggy Bear.
No, the guy that played Juana Man. What's his real name?
Oh,
Miguel Nunez.
Miguel.
Ooh, let me tell y'all
He's
a story
talented,
about
man.
Miguel.
No,
Nunez.
Talented.
So during the pandemic, he went to the grocery store.
Oh man.
But this is sad. This nigga filled up his basket. He didn't have no money. So he pushed the basket, ran out the store like in Life when he was running for his freedom.
Are you serious?
They shot
It's
him
legal
in the
in LA.
back. When he was trying to escape the prison, I could just see that nigga with that little scarf.
So okay, is that a true story?
That is a true
Did
story.
he get away with the groceries?
No, he went to jail. The nigga went to jail hungry and got a bologna sandwich or whatever.
Okay.
the fuck
In
they
a green
call it.
apple.
But Donnie, let me say
This
this.
nigga been in jail. He said in a green apple.
Punk ass green
And
apple.
Eddie Murphy he's like, well, I used to dress up like Eddie Murphy for Halloween. My mother was.
You still dress like Eddie Murphy.
I know that's my guy, but I'll tell you this: I have so much
You
respect
dress
for
like
Eddie
Professor
Murphy.
Griffin.
I've even went as far as, and if you remember this, Johnny,
Professor X.
but Johnny, I don't know if you remember how long you've been doing comedy, but Eddie Murphy had a son who was doing comedy, and we would let him get on the shows with us and everything. His used to be son.
Richard Pryor's son was doing comedy too. Well, a couple of his
He was
kids.
not
but
good at it.
Who's Eddie Murphy's son doing comedy?
You remember his used to be son?
Which one you
What's
talking
his
about?
name?
Used to be
Brando Murphy.
Okay, stop. Let's move on.
Okay.
Let's
No, we gonna just move on because I don't know. You holding up time. Let's go
forgot
to the
that.
next one.
Randall Murphy.
Let's
You
go
don't
to
for-
the
you probably
next.
didn't know.
Because I'm gonna ask you a what if, nigga. Now there's your guy, Flip
Yeah,
Wilson.
right there.
The
Geraldine.
first nigga to dress and drag on TV
Geraldine.
ever is Geraldine. Flip Wilson. He wasn't never funny to me though. It was like he was pushing something to me. Now, when you speak of agenda pushing, I think Geraldine was a pusher of the agenda. Then he disappeared from. And Flip was funny. I've listened to his albums. But Geraldine, I understand it's kind of like his Shanae. I think that's where Martin got the idea for
Most
Shanae
times that's
from.
what happened.
Because we all get ideas for something. You know what I'm saying? So I think Geraldine was the push
Yeah, he
for
pioneered the cross-dressing.
Shanae.
Yeah, definitely.
He's the pioneer of it.
Yeah.
Everybody's
As far as I
everybody's
know,
getting
Flip.
everybody's influence come from this.
Yeah.
Geraldine was a
He looked like
hairdresser.
Pam, for real.
He wasn't funny, but he
That's
could wear
hilarious.
a pair
No,
of
he
panties
doesn't.
like
That's
nobody's
fucked
Don't
up.
look like
That's
Pam.
fucked up.
This nigga said he wasn't funny, but he could wear a pair of panties like nobody's business. Let's go to the next one on that.
His makeup is wonderful. You know what I mean?
You
Like,
guys are
great.
wrong. Okay, now character or pushing an agenda.
Character.
Character.
This is
Pushing
de-
an
this
agenda.
is
Pushing
definitely
an
a character.
agenda. Let's push an agenda.
They said this is a character.
What's the agenda?
This is what you don't understand. That's why I say Adolf Hitler is the smartest man in history.
Okay, no, he is not.
However you feel about him, forget how you feel about him. Let's go by facts. Adolf Hitler
You're
created
not going to get me stricken.
I mean, I'm not saying he's a nice person, but he created propaganda. This is pushing an agenda. That's how propaganda works.
Thank you. Because we need that with Steve Turner on the show.
Kanye Turner.
I ain't gonna say that, but I'm telling you.
I need you to put a disclaimer. Adolf Hitler was an evil.
I didn't say he was a nice person.
Okay.
I said the smartest person. He was a genius.
Who's this one?
Leave it at that. He was evil.
That is Tootsie.
Evil.
That's Tootsie.
That is Tootsie. That is one of the best actors that ever probably I've seen in a movie. I saw him in Papillon. And they were in a French prison, him and Steve McQueen. That movie changed my life when I was a kid. I never wanted to go to jail after seeing that.
Yeah.
But that is Tootsie.
Mrs. Doubtfire.
Mrs. Doubtfire. Two men that hid within a woman to get something done. More characters. Right. But they caught all kind of static, of course, for playing these roles. Because in the 80s and 90s, you just didn't do it. Now, what you got to say about them? They different. They, what you got to say?
He has a lovely sweater.
Okay. I'm just going to go to the next. That sweater is evil, okay? Right. Next image, okay? Now, let's talk about Tu Wong Fu.
Oh, that was horrible.
This is definitely was pushing an agenda.
That was Pretty Woman.
I had to say a prayer.
That looked like Julia Roberts like
Is that Patrick Swayze?
That is Patrick Swayze.
That's Pat? Oh, that nigga look like Julia Roberts.
Yes, let's go to the next one. That is John Leguizamo.
That's an ugly motherfucker. That look
that is him.
That look like Rossi Perez, not Rosie.
He looked like a vampire in drag.
Right. He looked like
he makes a horrible drag queen.
Car wash.
Right. Let's go to Eddie and let's go to Wesley Snipes.
He just had a bad day that day. That's all. He didn't make it.
Bad day. That's a bad choice.
No, his sugar was
that's
low.
not funny.
That's a bad image.
That is a bad image. Wesley Snipes.
Willie Sniffs.
That is horrible.
He looks like a trans prostitute. That's what he looks like right there.
He looked like almost like the chicken car wash that was turning tricks that was in the bathroom.
I don't know. She was sexy though.
Yeah,
that motherfucker looked like a nightmare right there.
That's her alter ego in another universe. Let's go to the next one.
Yeah, they need to shoot that picture.
Oh, brother, that is definitely an agenda push.
He almost looked like shit.
Okay, now she just got real.
Okay, now
these are the niggas walking around today emasculated.
Let's talk about this. This is unnecessary.
That's why I led up to this nigga and the next nigga. Because he made me feel like a lesbian when I saw this picture. No homo. I wanted to suck titties. I felt like sucking a titty, no homo. Because of this nigga. Show this picture again. I felt like I wanted to push his cleavage together, and I am not a lesbian.
Can I say something?
Okay,
you may say something.
When you said that, you wanted to suck titty. That's the first thing you saw. So when you sent me the flyer before I left the house, you remember when I first got here, I asked you, was it demasculation or emasculation?
Emasculation.
So I asked my wife. She was cleaning the bathroom. And I showed her the flyer. I said, this is our topic for tonight. And she looked at me and said, I'm going to be cool. And I showed her the flyer. She said, is that titties? That's the first thing she said.
See? That's what women
But you sent me a couple images, and I scrolled up, and I'm like, oh, man.
This is Donald Glover, a creative young man.
Gambino.
Childish Gambino, a rapper. People look up to this dude.
He's very creative, though.
He go on a Beyonce party with the see-through on. He got on.
He tried to dress
He
like
got
her.
on Sierra outfit.
He tried to upstage Beyonce. That's what it was. He was trying to I'm cute.
Now,
what happened
this
backstage?
man says he's straight. But I don't want little kids being confused by his chest cleavage.
Fix your cleavage while you on screen.
His chest cleavage is disrespectful.
But he said he's straight.
Now let me say something about this. So now this is the problem, and this is what I kind of deal with this at the house all the time with my daughter, and you know she's 20, and it's nothing wrong with this TikTok or there's the whole thing, but sometimes the conversation comes up where we try to normalize this, like it's not so bad. boom, boom, boom. And that's what's going on with today's society. They try
That
to
is
normalize this right here, that he would get, if he stepped off in any public surrounding, it would be 8, he wouldn't. So like I said, they try to normalize this. He picked this out. This is a party with a deep V. I mean, his belly button is out. So I'm just saying,
if my date came to pick me up, dressed like that there,
Canceled.
I'm slamming the door in his face because
You only
there's
open the door.
no
You
way
look at
I'm
people.
gonna let you metro. That's beyond metrosexual.
And they're normalized. This is normal.
And he's not gay.
Can I say something else that's crazy?
Sure.
We all feel how we feel because of our generation, ages, forefathers, grandfathers, uncles, right?
Because we were
like
raised
you said, they're
right.
trying to normalize it. So our grandkids, they're gonna feel like that is normal.
Oh, that's what's happening.
I hope the hell not.
I hope the hell not.
I hope they make a 360, like they say,
It's
everything that
possible.
goes around comes
It's
around.
possible, but if you look at Soul Train, it was a lot of suspicious acts on that.
it sure
the niggas was doing a whole lot of body
A
twerking, but we
whole
didn't
lot.
catch it
Till you
in
get
that
on
realm
it.
until now when we watch the reruns. Because I'm a YouTube, I go back and put that on
But
my
see-
screen and watch how it was funky. Girls
But
didn't wear
I
bras
watched
like
it.
now.
And I thought of the same thing you're thinking of
Tight
back
pants,
then.
bellies
When I was a
out.
teenager, I would watch Soul Train and go, "This nigga got his shirt
This
tied."
nigga,
and
yeah.
You know, but I
and
saw
he
it.
bending over and body twerking and
I
shit.
was raised different. Now, what was you gonna say?
No, I agree. Like the whole thing is this. It's all gonna be normal in like 15 years. Every show, like my boy Steve, he only watched old school show because every show
Look
on
at
TV,
Jonathan Majors.
they got a man kissing a dude
Titties
or
out.
somebody bending somebody over on every TV show.
Why you got duck lips?
That's what I'm
So
saying.
it's gonna be normal.
Oh, no.
Yes, that is the boxer in Creed. That is the same man that was in Harder They Fall.
Oh, that's what that is. That's the model look.
That is the Zoolander
gonna
look.
be
That
able
is
to
not
do
a
it.
model
See
look.
that look right there. That looks like a man that's running around trying to pass his butthole as a pussy. That's what that looks like to me.
Okay, well that's his choice.
Which is his choice, but they're pushing that on us.
Let me tell you something.
They're pushing that on us.
That's the
They're
problem.
pushing that on our
have.
children. Nobody's kids should see this.
Okay, and I agree.
That's
Now
normal.
go ahead, Steve.
I think I caught cancer. You can't go out like this. I mean, just
Okay, just stop. Because this is going to a dark place. I can tell. I can tell.
But
this nigga said
Like, this is
cancer.
why I don't have any kids.
What is the cancer?
Because
It's hard to have kids.
Because
it
if
makes you
I had
nervous.
kids
It's
right
a
now,
cancer.
there would be no
What's
television in my house, no internet, no
One
nothing.
at a
They're like, I'm bored, Daddy. Go read a book.
Yeah.
But if you got kids, if you let them watch TV and you let them get on
see,
internet,
this is
you're
that
a crazy
Jimi
psychopath
Hendrix
parent.
look
But you
again.
gotta.
But the
you can't
Jimi
block
Hendrix
them.
look is showtime. It's showtime.
And that's Showtime. That's mine.
That's a decision.
It's a decision.
Go
I
ahead.
know.
Is it Gucci?
What is the explanation for the outfit?
No, he's an anime nerd, and so that's a certain character.
Oh, so that's an anime
see,
character.
well,
That is
Well, we don't
borderline. Okay?
The explanation for that outfit, it was a sale at Victoria's Secret. Now he signed up. I'm telling you.
Yeah, he
Hell is it?
Let's go to the next one and
It ain't
close
even
out
the
this
fit
show.
over them lips.
Give me the
Like,
Kirk
why you
Franklin
duck
since
lipping?
we on
Exactly.
lips.
Don't
Give me
duck
the
lip.
Kirk Franklins. Okay, there's Kurt. And now show the next one of Kurt.
He say
He been suspicious.
Now let's talk about these pink ass lips,
what with the eyeliner? I mean,
the eye
blush,
makeup,
the-
all of that. I just saw a video recently where
got
Kurt
pink
was
eye.
saying it's cool to be like that.
No.
Androgynous.
Of course he
the hell
gonna
is
say
that?
that.
Kurt is
That
saved.
means, okay, it's a lot of saved people that do a lot of suspicious
Yeah, what
things.
does save mean?
Yeah,
I mean,
saved
like,
by who?
You know, first of all, if he's not
it
even
don't
just
mean-
saved, he's sanctified in the name of Jesus. And Kurt ain't no one of them broke. His wrists work. He ain't doing this all over the like he flopping away.
Shit,
I believe
why he
heavily.
not?
Because I did a video with Kurt Russell. He's saved. He's sanctified. He ain't going out like not Kurt
Just
Russell.
like Trump is sanctified. He about sanctified as a...
Okay, let's get it clear. The fact that Steve did a video with him, clears him of all.
Yes, thank you.
Now I think that makes him more suspicious
Oh,
that he did a
yes.
video with you. What was you doing?
I was doing comedy. I had to talk about this
He
big
was
fat
doing
girl.
the
in
makeup.
Okay,
This is like 20 years ago.
He was giving the nigga the lipstick.
No, he was not.
All right, let's go to the next one
Regular.
and close out this show.
Now, anytime
Because
you bring the church
no,
into
now
it.
we got to talk about this little guy.
Oh, this is my.
Now that's the guy from Everybody Hates Chris.
Oh no.
Abbott,
Now,
Abbott Elementary.
yes,
Come on now.
that's Abbott Elementary. Now he got his wave cap on. He manly. Now this is the outfit he chooses to wear. Okay, now let's
that's
go.
cute.
Now let's go to the next one. Yes, real bolero. And that's him there.
Oh, that's it right there.
Now,
the other
let's-
two,
let's
the
talk
other
about
two didn't do
evolution.
nothing. That one killed it.
The evolution
Shoulder
of
out.
emasculation.
That's emasculating.
Donnie?
Yeah, that's it right there. The
Because
other two,
why would he take that last picture?
the other two was cool. Even that suit was banging for real. It might look a little suspicious,
Nah,
but
you ain't
Donnie.
wearing that suit, Katie.
not so much me, but like
I don't know any
The
guy
print-
that I know.
No.
Steve might wear that.
No, I'm from Cleveland. Donnie, when
print-
they figure out a way to get men pregnant,
shit's
these
fire.
women are in trouble.
I'm not saying I'd wear it, but you got to think about all the album covers we've seen back in the day. That's
Yeah.
a badass piece.
If you in Blue
That's
Magic,
not. That don't make me feel like that
the
next
name of your
picture.
group
Okay,
is
okay.
The Temptations. It's a dope
All right,
ass.
look.
That is over. It's done.
One at a time, fellas. One at a
Yeah,
time.
he just.
So the suit before, that's a nice suit if he didn't have one leg up. If he had both legs, both feet planted on the ground, and he was standing. And he had. Listen. He's standing like this with 2 feet on the ground, like here it is. That's cool, but that leg up with the bent, that's a whole. That's
The other picture say here it is.
Oh yeah, but the other picture that wipes out. That
That's
wipes
Go
out.
ahead.
it.
Go ahead.
That's a nice suit if he had a vagina. I mean, what the... God.
Well, he can get a vagina now. He can make one.
Okay, y'all. Katie, what you got going on in your life? I'm about to close out this show, y'all. This shit
I
has
got
got real.
some
because-
projects coming up. I got to leave here tonight and go speak to somebody in Hollywood at this cigar lounge. They want to do a
Okay.
show up there.
That'll be dope.
May. April. I'm doing something with Count soon.
Okay, he doing something.
We
So
doing
y'all
something.
follow him. Tell him where they
some
can
more
follow
stuff
you.
in Hollywood. Follow me at Uncle Kev Ringer. You can type in KD Ringer and it'll pop up.
Right.
Yeah, follow your boy. I lost my last page. I'm trying to get everything back.
I hate when
Watch
they
the
hack our
hackers.
pages.
Watch the hackers.
Stop opening the messages in your inboxes and DMs, okay?
don't
That's
even-
how they get y'all. I'm telling you.
Man.
It's the DMs. And don't give anybody your phone number because that's how they access
It be
your
your
information.
friends. They done got your friends first.
Yeah, once they get your
And
friends.
they come in
it's-
like, "What up, bro?"
Yeah, but see, you gotta watch how your friends type
Talk,
to you.
yeah.
Cause I know my friends type a certain way, and they know I'm not putting no punctuation. I'm not. It's gonna be a few misspelled words because I ain't typing shit. I'm text typing. I'm saying I will be over there.
Yeah.
I'm an old bitch. I'm not sitting there fucking with my thumbs and shit. So watch what y'all look at in your inbox. They will get you, okay? And DJ Count, what you got coming up this weekend or going on in your life?
Doing something. I'm doing a bunch of gigs. Saturday doing something with my man Dwan. It's a lot of stuff, but the main thing is every Monday. At the Hollywood Laugh Factory.
At the Hollywood Laugh Factory.
With Flame Monroe.
That's right.
It was a perfect topic for the show.
Oh, I should have had Flame
yeah,
on here.
Yeah,
Huh?
but Flame is Flame is one of the realest in the world. But
yes.
Every Monday at the Hollywood Laugh Factory is going down. Every Monday, Hollywood Laugh Factory. We got a 7:45 show. It's amazing. Making dreams come true every Monday. Hollywood Laugh Factory.
That's right. Y'all check it out. And follow DJ Count at
Needleworks at DJ Count _ Needleworks. Just put DJ Count and it'll come up. And
there
I'll be
it
with
is.
my fabulous friends somewhere in this world.
That's right. And Edward Quinn, what you got going on in your life?
Oh,
this
shit,
week?
I just got, like I said, I just came back from St. Louis, a couple days ago, so it was a dumb trip. Missouri is horrible. But anyways.
Misery.
Other than that, next Friday I'll be at the Comedy Chateau doing a comedy show and doing my thing there, and, this was fun. Thanks for having me, you feel me?
Oh, yes.
Always.
Okay, and Stevie Turner, what you got going on?
We just finished the Offend Everybody comedy special.
Yes.
Man, Donnie, I love you so much.
Thank you.
Bam. We're getting ready to do a tour, getting ready to go on the road, and besides that, I'll be shooting a couple of shorts and things like that. But it is going down like a cripple on crutches. We're getting ready to do it again.
Put the disclaimer up again.
He says it's going down. I'm pushing niggas on crutches. All right, y'all. I'm Daugnekeith. I'm hosting the Queens of Kings comedy show April 1st at the the open door, the green door.
Donnie, I'll be with you.
Oh yeah, you'll be there April 1st. It's the Golden Door. It's gonna be 3 shows that night. Yeah. First, they got the Funny Money Bucket. The comedians are competing for money, and Christina Payne is hosting that show. I'm hosting the 9 o'clock show. I like to call that the main event because it's 9 o'clock prime time. Right. And I got the funny Roz Washington. I got the funny Ronnie Raw. I got the funny Ramona Stevens. That's and headlining my show, I got Takara Williams. So we about to bring some fucking fire to that stage because I'm ignorant as hell, and we're going to have some fun. Y'all be there. And France
I posted that flyer.
Is hosting. Oh, thank you. Franz Cassius is hosting the third show, and you're the DJ for that one, and that is Comedy 911, and it's Franz Cassius. It's Hustle Yard Media with Rollo the leader, and it's Franz Cassius is hosting. Kevin Tate is on that show. Also, who else is on that show? Skills, my boy Skills. We go back. We started together at Mixed Nuts. The Comedy Threesome. Hey, that's what the name of that show is. So that's 3 shows in one night. The tickets are available on Eventbrite. Y'all be there or you ain't shit and you don't like to laugh.
And your mama got a wooden nipple.
And I'm Daugnekeith. Like, subscribe, and share this. If you had fun, put up a 1 in the chat room for me. Let me see your 1s in the chat room when I go back and look. I should have told you earlier. And you guys, I'm here every week. Stay tuned. We got some comedy coming up. Some comedians might pull topics. Maybe they won't. I don't know. But this has been DK's Way. I love you.
Yeah.
We go live to out-of-work actress Aunt Jemima. So, you're out of work. Can you tell us what happened, Aunt Ja?
I lost my modeling contract that I had for over 127 years. Now a bitch ain't got nothing because of you old cancel everything ass niggas.
Well, don't you think you depict a negative image?
Damn, I got bills to pay. A bitch got diabetes. And I had to fuck the cream of wheat man just to pay my damn rent. Now that I ain't got no job, my OnlyFans is now open. Let me pop your tart.